There's a lot of anecdotal advice around on improving your marriage. But if you want something you can really use that will actually make a difference and reignite your marriage, check out the link in the description below.
The question, how do I know if I am a good husband? Answer by Bernard Machetet. I've answered a similar question here. Bernard Machetet's answer to what does it take to become a good husband? You should look for these things for being a husband. Being faithful with your mind and heart and body. Being there for the through better, worse, rich, poor, sickness and health. To be a good husband, go that extra mile in loving your wife by making her feel loved and secure. You will look for opportunities to encourage and build up, squelch those knee-jerk reactions and remarks that break down and wound, and admit failure and ask forgiveness when you do fail. Your actions will speak louder than your words when you are with your wife as well as when you are away from her. You will pay attention to her hopes, dreams and desires and intertwine them with your own. You will sacrifice when required as well as lead when required for the benefit of your family and society. Answer by Mark Allen. As a fellow husband, I find this to be a humbling and tricky question, and one that my wife probably would be better able to answer, but I will certainly try and help you. Questions you can ask yourself are these. Are you effectively communicating with your spouse? Do you miss her when you or her are away for whatever reason? Do you find her as attractive as you did when you first met? Honestly, how do you feel your intimacy with your wife? These are just a few off the top of my head, and I feel like, though they are all important questions to ask yourself, the communication factor, to me, is the most important one of them all. Without good, effective communication in your marriage, the rest will be extremely difficult to be effective in. Hope this helps. Answer by Michelle Clark. Just a few things to consider. Are you an individual of obvious integrity? Are you honest? Do you think little white lies here and there are okay? Are you able to lead boldly? What type of leader are you? Do you have an attitude of servanthood and submissions to others, or are you selfish and domineering? Can you think for yourself, weigh options and make good decisions? Do you display the ability to love sacrificially? Do you go out of your way to help others? Do you spearhead cleanup after a night with friends? Are you faithful in your visits to an elderly friend or family member? How do you relate to your children? Do you hold doors for passers-by with full arms? What's your attitude like with waitresses and other service people? Can you laugh heartily? Do you take yourself too seriously? Can you laugh at yourself? Do you project a humorousness severity onto your wife and family? Do you model genuine humility? Is your focus always on yourself or on others? Do you enjoy the competition in sports, or do you make excuses every time you lose? Can you be a good understudy without being critical of the person to whom you report? Are you committed to growing in your relationship with God? What religion do you subscribe by? What faith does your wife practice? Are you on the same page? Are you serious about becoming spiritually mature and taking on your God-given role of spiritual leader in your family? Source: what should I look for in a husband?